have done all the research so that you don't have to, so you can go to every single yarn show that you would like here in the UK this year. Hey yarny peeps, my name's Sarah aka Crochet, and today I am going to give you a rundown on the best yarn shows to attend in the UK in 2025. We are kicking off with the Waltham Abbey Wool Show. This wool show is held at the Delta Marriott in Essex and is completely accessible, so if you have a disability of any kind, you will be sure that you can get around this wool show. The Waltham Abbey Wool Show has competitions, donations to charity, and a huge amount of exhibitors as well. They also have amazing VIP guests that will teach one of their amazing workshops. There are workshops in spinning, corner-to-corner crochet and mosaic crochet, just to name a few, and they have a whole host of exhibitors, everything from yarn dyeing to ceramic artists and things for your stash such as notions and project bags as well. Our next show is Unravel at Farnham Maltings, and this is one of the largest independent yarn shows in the southeast of England. This is a 3-day event that offers all things yarn, knitting, crochet, weaving, needle felting, and is suitable for beginners or those that are a little bit more advanced in their craft. Not a lot on the website for this one, but I suggest you go and check them out on social media, which for this one and a lot of the others is where they put up all of their updates. For all of these shows, I will be linking them to the description as well. And if you have any questions, they have a contact section on their website. The next show is East Anglia Yarn Festival, and this one is set in beautiful Norfolk. This show hosts an amazing set of makers, everything from yarn dyers to accessory makers and everything in between as well. And the show is completely accessible, it's all on one level, and there are various seating areas and sort of takeout areas within the show so that if you just need a breather, you know where to go. They host a make-along, a big stitch night and various workshops throughout the event. And this show has grown year on year, and it's likely this year that they will aim to do the same again. Next, we have the Sodbury Yarn Over. Now, there isn't a lot of info about this one on the website, but I know there are a lot of makers and yarn dyers going to this event, so they will have a whole host of exhibitors there. This is a 2-day show, and they sell everything from hand-dyed yarn to wool roving to project bags and so much more. And if you type in the Sodbury Yarn Over to YouTube, there are a few videos that show just what goes on there on YouTube as well. Wonderwool Wales is our next show, and this is another show set in the beautiful Welsh countryside at the Royal Welsh Showground. This is a premier yarn show and covers everything of the process. So they have sheep on exhibition for the start of the process all the way through to the finished item at the end, which is our yarn and our hand-dyed yarn as well. And again, they have exhibitors selling everything from hand-dyed yarn, wool roving, accessories, project bags, and even raw yarns which you can dye yourself. Just be aware with the 2-day shows and even the 3-day shows as well, you're going to have the Saturday as the busiest day. So if you want to go to a 3-dayer, I'd recommend go on the Friday or the Sunday. And if there's a 2-dayer, go on the Sunday. If you want a little bit of a quieter atmosphere, you might have shows that are packed out all the way through. But from experience, the shows are always the busiest on that day in between, on that Saturday, when people get up and go and spend the day there because it's the first day of the weekend. The Wool Monty is our next show, and this show is a show with a difference. This show boasts being completely inclusive and accessible, not just for your physically disabled people, but also for your neurodivergence as well. They are LGBTQ+ accessible and inclusive as well, and the show boasts that atmosphere of everybody's welcome. Nobody will be pushed out in any sort of way. There'll be no discrimination. Everybody is welcome to this show. Again, not a lot on the website here. You're better giving them a follow over on Instagram or Facebook. But another show that sells all things yarn, but just with a different atmosphere to other shows that you might be used to. The next three festivals are actually all run by the same people. We have the Summer Wool Festival, the North East Wool Show and the Southern Wool Show. And these boast a huge array of exhibitors, lots of food and drink on offer as well, workshops, and it's run by a husband and wife team, Nick and Natasha. Not only that, is it's not just your typical, when you go to a yarn show, you're thinking knitting or crochet, some felting in there. This is all of the yarny crafts. So they have everything: knitting, crochet, needle felting, macrame is represented in there as well. So this is a great show if you're looking for a bit more variety. Like I said, they have three shows. They actually have four shows. They have the Summer Wool Festival, they have the North East Wool Show, the Southern Wool Show, and they also have the Christmas Wool Show as well, which is at the back end of the year. And these locations boast anything from 85 to 100 exhibitors, so there really is going to be something for everyone in all of the crafts mentioned. So knitting, crochet, needle felting, macrame, all of those things, hand-dyed yarns, kits, gifts, accessories, everything you could really imagine. And the bonus is one in every location, so that wherever you are, you can sort of get yourself to one of those. Again, more information will be in the description for these, with links to all of the websites for these shows. And finally, we have Yarndale. Now, if you don't know what Yarndale is, I'm sorry to my US friends, this is a UK-based video. Yarndale is perhaps the biggest and longest running yarn show in the UK. They have hosted some really big names, Toft being one of them, and Toft actually won the Best Stand show in 2024. This is one of the most talked about yarn shows in the UK as well, and it's really, really hard to get to vend at. You have to just be so good with your application, you have to be on point. I mean, for example, Toft, a really well-known, huge business exhibiting there in 2024. That's sort of the competition you're looking at. As for if you're just going to shop, they really do have everything yarny. A festival of creativity and multiple award-winning, Yarndale boasts everything from kits to hand-dyed yarn to wool roving, and they have been running since 2013, so they really do know how to put on a show. And that, my friends, is some of the yarn and wool shows coming up in the UK this year. Let me know in the comments if you'll be heading to them, if you'll be exhibiting at any of them, because I love to give our small businesses friends over here a shout out as well. Let me know if you're from the US, what big yarn shows there are over there that you will be going to this year, because I'm really conscious that as I'm not from the US, I don't really know what's going on over there, but I'd love to give you guys a shout out and a video as well of all things US yarn shows. I also know that we have a lot of international travellers, so it's great if we can get to all areas and all yarn shows and see what's going on. If you haven't already, please chuck a subscribe on this video and a like as well. It helps me out so much and it's completely free. New videos will be up twice weekly on a Sunday and a Wednesday. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.